Welcome to Whispers Paranormal News. It's Monday, November 24th. You can find our past shows at www.whispersradio.com. If you have any comments, news tips, or suggestions, please feel free to email us at whispers1600@gmail.com or call us at 1-973-215-9178 and leave us a voice message.
Our first story is from YouTube, and you can find it by visiting our website, whispersradio.com, and looking at the show notes. We have the links up there. And it's called Mexico UFO Humanoids, Phoenix, Arizona Humanoids. Now, Jordan, we watched a video right before this that you had sent me that actually had an older video that was on maybe about a year ago that was out on YouTube. It looked like they called it a witch.
Yeah, they said it was a witch flying through. I don't know. It looked really mechanical. It didn't move around, but it was an object with a big pointy hat, just kind of gliding across the mountain. I mean, it could be a UFO.
Well, that one was around mountains. This one's in Mexico City and Phoenix, Arizona. In the background here, we're actually watching the video. To me, it looks like a big jellyfish.
What's funny about this one that's different about the other one looked like a video from The Fifth Element. The aliens in The Fifth Element that were big and mechanical.
Uh-huh.
This one's got dangling legs. I mean, it's really...
Looks like a mushroom top with like two legs poking out of the bottom. Like I said, it looks like maybe a jellyfish because you can almost see like a cap with like its tentacles hanging out. And this is over, a city. It reminded me when I first looked at it, and I can't remember where I saw the video of it, but these people that were making UFOs by taking like a balloon or a plastic bag, and you take something like a candle or a light, put it inside of it, and then let it loose, and it would float through the sky. Except for this is during the day that we're seeing these videos here.
Yeah, this isn't like a candle. This is an object.
It doesn't look like, it looks like it's got pretty good form to it. Looks like it's probably pretty big also.
Now these are all separate video clips. This isn't one because this one's from 2005.
Yeah, the first one was from 2000. Looks like it's moving pretty fast, to be honest. So, I mean, of course, and it looks like it's going up and down in the sky. Focus a little further into the video here. This one here, at the 3-minute mark, this is a 7-minute video. It looks like it could almost be waving, like in the sky.
Yeah, I really don't like this one at the.
Yeah, but if you want to take a look at them, we'd love to hear what you think about them. We'll have the link up. It's just set on the screen. It looks like it's alive. Not so much. No. It looks like it's floating in the sky like a balloon. So, I'm sorry whoever made the video. It does not look like it's alive. Alright, well let's go ahead and go to the next story. This story is from Cryptomundo. It talks about a maned lion in Virginia. And I like this story because it also mentions that they've been sighted in West Virginia.
Around Bluefield.
Which is in McDowell County, I think the bottom part of the state. We don't have too many African lions running around in the woods here. A lot of deer, but no African lions. And it says here that they call them mystery cats known as black panthers, and that, they're seen maned, almost like an African lion, chasing cows in a field near her house in Bluefield, Virginia. Now, Bluefield's a split city. Part of it's in West Virginia, part of it's in Virginia. So...
That's around where, if you ever seen the movie A Beautiful Mind, the John Nash, that professor.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe he was running from lions. That's what this story's saying. How would a lion get into the woods of West Virginia? I mean, it'd have to be released.
Circus freaks.
From his circus, maybe. This one here's Big Roaring Creek, West Virginia. Great names in West Virginia, by the way. The King of the Jungle just might be playing King of the Mountain in a remote part of Greenbrier County.
Which is where Wrong Turn, in that Wrong Turn where that took place.
I haven't watched Wrong Turn. It says here, while bow hunting last Wednesday on his 40-acre plot of land at Big Roaring Creek at the foot of Cold Knob, see, great names, Jim Shortage of Frankfurt says he watched a full-grown male African lion, complete with a 4-foot-long tail, pace around his hunting shanty for about 40 minutes before running off into the woods. Now, would you have shot the lion with the bow?
I would have.
I think I would have stayed with him. I wouldn't have done. I would have been freaked out of my mind. A lion's not like a deer. A lion might fight back, but I have seen people shoot bears with bow and arrow. Like on your dad watches those hunting shows, and somebody shot a bear with one. I'm thinking, don't shoot the bear with the bow and arrow. You're just going to make the bear mad. A lion probably make it even more mad. I
The
said he
Indians
started
did it.
growling at me, and I hollered, and it sounded like he was running away. Cowardly lion. So maybe in West Virginia we have lions now. What do you think?
That I don't believe it.
Don't believe it.
No.
You think Jim is lying about
Jim's
it?
a liar. How can a lion? Well, I mean, a lion could hide, but
He would
it's
have
not weather. It's not the weather for a lion.
He would have a food source. I mean, there's plenty of wild animals in West Virginia.
Okay, but the temperature in Africa is a whole lot different than the temperature in West Virginia, considering it's like 20 degrees
I think
outside.
an animal could be adaptable to that. There's a lot of animals that would survive it. I think as long as he's got a food source, think about it. There's large cats, and tigers are in cold regions. I think lions aren't too much different from a mountain cat, a mountain lion in our area, or which I'm not sure if there's anything like that around here, cat-wise, like a wild cats in West Virginia.
Bobcats.
Bobcat. I don't know how much different they are from lions. Lions are a lot
Dingoes.
bigger. Dingoes?
We got any of those?
No, those are in Australia. No dingoes.
A dingo ate my baby.
Alright, well, let's move on. I don't even want to get into that. This last video is from a UFO casebook, or last story, not video. A cigar-shaped UFO in Soviet airspace recently released footage. This is an interesting video. Like I said, it's from Soviet era, and it's video outside of a MiG fighter, and it looks like it's a cigar-shaped UFO. They're trying to intercept it, and they're going about 500, almost close to 600 knots, and you see that, it's keeping pace with them, and all of a sudden it just accelerates, and it's gone.
It says the acceleration of the object goes up to Mach 3 in like 10 seconds.
And it's gone right there. We're watching it here, and all of a sudden, it just decides, I'm tired of this.
It's like one of the pilots has a little camera, and I mean, you can see inside the cockpit, and you're checking it out. It's neat.
And then the thing just takes off. And it doesn't look like a typical craft. It doesn't look like it has wings. It says here it went up to Mach 3.12. I mean, that's incredible. Just pick up and go. I'm not even sure if our crafts today could do that.
My Razor's Mach 3.
Mach 3 Razor. There you go. So how quickly can you shave your face with that thing?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You can see the blood too.
And cut yourself shaving a lot. So it's an interesting video. We're gonna link it up there. You can take a look at it and come up to your own conclusions. I like this video. I think I can believe this, and I'm hoping that we have more stuff released from the military. The shows.
Yeah,
the military
Disclosure Project? Is that
Disclosure Project is working on the government. In the United States at least, releasing their documents and stuff. I mean, Brazil's been releasing theirs. France has been releasing theirs. The UK recently started releasing their things. I think we should release our papers and stuff. But I can't think of any conceivable reason why we can't release them. But of course, I'm not in the government, so.
Because it'd probably result in widespread panic.
Do you think it would, though?
Mean, because so many people don't believe. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of people that don't believe. Like
it's the entire country, the entire world is their entire reality is going to be drastically changed in an instant. I think the repercussions it could go into a panic.
Okay, yeah, we could maybe go into a panic, but think of it like this: what if it's Inauguration Day, Obama's taking over, January 21st. He's giving his speech, and all of a sudden, a UFO lands right down in Washington. Do you think there'd be more of a panic then? If the government knew that they were out there, if the government knew that they were coming, and all of a sudden it lands, but they knew already? Or should we already just know about it and be expecting something like that could happen?
I think that if that happens in that exact scenario, then we would be right in thinking Obama was probably an alien, that the day he takes over, all the UFOs land on the White House.
Well, I know we talked about that one story about people thinking he was a reptilian, him and John McCain, and I'm out on the, they could be reptilians, we don't know. But we're going to get so sued. John McCain's right now getting his lawyers ready. But I think that it's better to know. I think it's better if something like this is out there, that it's better to know than to not know. And why, why is the UK releasing stuff? Why is Brazil releasing stuff? France. But why would the U.S. government not release it? It's the it's the information age.
See, here's another thing. I think that if they were going to hurt us or harm us in any way, that they would have done it a long time ago.
Well, we had recently Michael Salla on, and he had some different viewpoints that people look at aliens from. There's the watcher perspective, where they're here just to observe us for whatever reason. I think one of his reasons he listed in there was that people think that we're either an experiment that's tied into this 2012, the world's going to end, that we were made and engineered by the aliens to see what would happen. It's a confusing, you'd have to read his book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's that they're here to harm us, that they're here, as in a threatening way, which would be bad. Or that they're here to help us. So you have, in one extreme you have them here to hurt us, another extreme you have them here to help us, and in the middle you have this, they're just here to watch, kind of like you ought to in the Marvel universe. It's, just he's there to watch.
See, I keep thinking like that. Remember the old TV show Alien Nation?
Yeah.
Where the aliens and, humans were all living together in one big peaceful
Well, you watched the movie too, right? You never watched the movie? The movie, I mean, I don't know exactly the TV show. I've heard of the TV show. I'm not sure exactly how it took the angle on it. In the movie, they came here because they were like an enslaved alien race, and they land here. And I think it was during the 80s, and Reagan, welcomes them. And there's a lot of, this racial kind of thing between the Earthlings and the alien race. And they were here seeking our help, really, in some ways. So, I don't know, it could happen.
That'd be neat. Okay, well, we got a minute. Here is a promo for Paranormal Podcast with Jim Harold.
My name is X246ZY7 from the planet Dotopia. And when I'm in your rather primitive solar system, I go to paranormalpodcast.com and set my podcast aggregator to Paranormal Podcast with Jim Harold. Finally, a show about me.
Well, sort of. At Paranormal Podcast, we interview authors and experts from around the world about everything from UFOs and ghosts to the existence of life after death. Are crop circles real? Is there scientific explanations for the Bermuda Triangle phenomena? Learn this and so much more on the Paranormal Podcast. Now, we take our subject matter seriously, but we have fun too. Even skeptics are welcome. So please subscribe. It's free. You can find us at Podcast Alley, the iTunes Music Store, or at ParanormalPodcast.com. Take a listen. Open your mind.
Okay, be sure to check out Paranormal Podcast by visiting ParanormalPodcast.com. Want us to play your promo? Then send it to whispers1600@gmail.com. That does it for us today. This week, Whispers Radio is going to be on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, at 6 p.m. Eastern until 8 p.m. That's right, we get 2 hours. We'll be featuring Susan Shepard, who is the operator of Haunted Parkersburg, and that is ranked 9th on Haunted America Tour's top 10 best haunted ghost tours in the United States. Listen live by visiting whispersradio.com, and hope you enjoy the show.
All right, that'll do it. Have a good one, everybody.